this is Maja from QInspired Life. I'm so excited to be here bringing you some miraculous energy. I have been connecting with you already, some of you in the group, and inviting you to my free Manifesting Miracles workshop. We're actually also going to do a challenge, but I will tell you more in the following weeks. So if you'd like to stay tuned, you can definitely check out the free workshop and join us, because we will be definitely clearing some resistance and aligning with trust and surrender, and that is a challenge. So that's why I wanted to hop in and talk about this topic, because this year, hey, it's been quite a ride, wouldn't you agree? I asked you recently in the group. A lot of you have responded. Thank you so much for responding. I just wanted to kind of pop in and share a few methods that might help, because we're going to clear a little bit today. So if you'd like to stick around, it's going to be like 15 minutes or so, to just kind of help you feel vibrant and powerful and believing that anything is possible, which I totally understand can be so challenging. So I've been asking in the group, like, what would be a miracle for you? So if you'd like, you can pop it in the comments below, and I would be glad to send you some energetic support. That's kind of what I do. I'm also an energetic healer, and I am able to kind of shift the energy for you. So when I did comment in your comments in one of the posts below, sending you loving support, and that's not something that I just say. I actually do that. I actually do send you some support, so I kind of boost the energy to help you manifest what you desire and what you need right now. So I'm going to talk about how to define your miracle, which is what we're going to do in the workshop as well. How you can clear resistance and then shift into trust and alignment. So I'm going to kind of break down my process, but we're going to take, in the workshop, we're going to take 90 minutes so we can really work through it. And there will be a workbook, yes, and there will be some other techniques that I'm going to share with you. So it's going to be a little bit deeper, obviously. So what I can do here in a very short time, it's very limited, but we are going to give it a go. So I was thinking about a challenge, because I was like, okay, this year, my God, this year has been crazy, right? Like, I think we can all agree on that. I was thinking, what the hell, this year? I mean, so many people have lost loved ones, have gone through, rough times, lost their jobs. I mean, starting your business, and I mean, I'm so grateful for this group, because you guys, everyone is so supportive. I've been also trying so much to support everyone here in the group. I've organized like a massive giveaway where we are featuring 21 women from all over the world giving talks and really sharing their wisdom, which is really freaking powerful. And I really, like, if you're in the group, support each other. It's so important in these tough times to really reach out and connect and lift each other up, because it is hard. I mean, it's a challenge to be an entrepreneur as it is, and then let alone in this kind of situation when we're dealing with a freaking pandemic, and then a lot of our businesses have suffered, obviously. So it's been really challenging. Some people couldn't even do their jobs. A lot of people who have to be doing physical something in person, right? It's been more difficult, because we can't. We're not always not all in the same situation. I live in Paris, so it's been quite a it's been challenging, because we've been in lockdown. So it's tough. So of course I totally understand. It's weird, and it's hard to be like still believing, still believing in miracles, still trusting that everything is working out. So how do we get into alignment, which is kind of what I teach and what I live by, when things are tough? So why I keep talking about on my socials and everywhere, like, it's funny because I'm not actually a wellness coach, but I talk about self-care and talk about mindfulness and staying in the present moment and doing your practices, your spiritual practices, whatever that is for you, whatever makes you feel good in the moment is something that is super essential, right? So it's really important to take care of yourself and take care of your not only body, which is something that there has, like, the media is constantly talking about, like, the body, the physical health, right? But the health is the mind, body, and soul. So you have to be in balance as you are as a human being, right? To be in alignment, so your energy is in place. When your energy is in place, when you're feeling good in your body and your mind and your soul, and you're giving yourself the nourishment that you need, that's when you can manifest like really awesome stuff. So, speaking from experience, by the way, I've been through a lot of tough situations. I don't always share everything, but I will actually share a lot of those things in the workshop as well, and a little bit here. So we've talked about in the group, I've seen a lot of people, you know, like losing their jobs or starting the business and not getting the sales. Yeah, it's been freaking tough. But the thing is, like, when you are freaking out is when it's harder to manifest miracles. And I understand it's hard to not freak out when things are really hard. This is why the practice, the daily practice, is essential, really. And staying in the present moment as much as possible. This is why I teach a lot mindfulness, even though I'm not really, I'm a meditation teacher as well, but I'm not a mindfulness coach. But that practice is absolutely incredible. Like, it really helps you keep your shit together, okay, to put it plainly, because it really helps you stay in the moment, and that way you're not draining your energy with mental activity, with worry and freaking out and all of that, and that helps you actually attract cool stuff. So I've had moments this year where I've actually manifested quite a lot of income, which is surprising. I even can't believe that some things really worked out, you know, because honestly didn't have to, because it's a tough year, yeah, but it still somehow is working out. So it's like, how does it work out? Because my energy is in place, and I'm really making sure that I'm in a good place, that I have good energy, that I'm showing up, and then I'm like, regardless, I'm still high vibing, and I'm like dealing with everything that I'm going through, processing all the emotions and everything, right? So the first thing that you want to define is, what is your miracle? So I was thinking, like, what would people need after this like crazy crappy year? What would it be? So I asked a lot about in the groups, like, people were like, clients, money, I don't know, like sales, lots of different things, and there was not like one thing. So there was a lot of things, a lot of different things, and I was like, okay, that's not helping. I asked again, I asked in several places, like, what would you need? What kind of a challenge would you like? What would be the best start of the year for you? And I was thinking, brainstorming, and what could it be? What could it be? And then I realized, you know what? I think we could all use a miracle, right? Because we've been through a lot of us, but it's different for everyone. Some people lost their loved ones, some people lost their jobs, some people have been sick, some people are in impossible situations. Like, I've spoken to a lot of expats like me, and it's a challenge because we're far away from family, and now Christmas is coming. I mean, it's a lot of emotional and mental and distress, you know. It's like a lot of stuff going on, so it's a lot of different things. So you need to kind of see what is the biggest what was the biggest struggle this year for you, and that's to me the first step to defining what would be the miracle for you. What would be that one thing that would be like, oh my god, yes, I need that to shift the energy. I mean, really something big. Like, what would be the thing that would be amazing, you know? So what would you like to happen next year? What would you like to happen, I mean, even right now, what would you like to happen? What would be that one thing where we could really shift things around, and you would be like, yes, finally, I can breathe. Like, I can breathe now. So that's the first thing that I would define. Like, what was the hardest struggle, and what would be the thing that could really, really, I mean, really help you out right now? Like, what would be that one thing that would be like, oh yes, that's it. So write it down. Okay, pop it in the comments below. so I can send you support so you can manifest it, okay? So that's the first thing, to really define, okay, what would be the one thing that could really be like, yes, and it has to be a little bit impossible. I like impossible. I like proving people wrong. It's like, you think it's impossible? Yeah, I don't know. I believe always in the impossible. Like, let me try and see if I can make it happen. Because I believe that everything's all about your energy. Like, if I believe, I can make it happen, right? So, which is harder when you're bombarded with fearful thoughts and like a lot of negativity. So that's why your essential practice is important, your daily practice, right? Because that way you can truly redirect your thoughts, right? So defining your miracle, and then seeing, okay, do I really believe this is possible? And oftentimes you will be like, I really don't see how this can be possible. Impossible is an opinion, right? I totally agree. I've manifested so many things that people thought were impossible, and I was like, yeah, let me try. And then I do it, and they're like, how did you do it? Well, I just believed. I believed it was possible. I went for it. I was like, well, I have nothing to lose. I can just give it a go and try. The thing is, like, when you're an entrepreneur and you're like, sales are not happening, I invite you to really look out of the box, think out of the box. This year is challenging you to find creative solutions, ones that you would not have thought of otherwise. So if you're looking at the traditional way, write down like 20, 30 ways how you can make it happen. You know, how can you manifest that cash? In what other ways can you reach your clients? Maybe you can restructure your offers. Maybe you can, create a new offer. What can be the way how can you shape things around? So this year in numerology, when we talk about numerology, actually is about redirecting us. It's not about stopping you. So if you've been stopped, or you feel like everything has been paused for you and you're like, what the hell? Like, why am I being paused? You're being called to stop, take a step back, think about it, look at it from a different perspective, and try a different thing, try a different way. Or maybe the timing wasn't right, or maybe the way wasn't right, or maybe the idea isn't right. But you need to kind of figure out what can be adjusted, right? Because the next thing is going to be, now we're shifting into the new, I don't want to say the new normal because I don't like that. It's not the new normal. It's the new direction that you will take. Or maybe it will be the same one, but depends if things are working out. So now you're invited to kind of decide where you want to go next. How can you turn things around? If there's resistance, if there is fear, I do tapping, which I would advise. I will see how much time we have. If we have, I think we could possibly do it. Do a little quickie. I'll actually pop in the comments below because I actually did an EFT tap along for miracles and raising the vibration. And we're definitely going to dive deeper in the workshop, and it's totally free. So you're all invited if you want to lift your energy up. So definitely tapping is really cool. What I like also to use breath work, journaling, really working through whatever it is that you feel is resistance. You know what I mean? Like, so if you're feeling like I'm fearing, like, because you're fearing that it's not going to shift around because you can't see, I'm inviting you to see beyond your physical reality, okay? Because it's like, so I function in the way, this might sound weird, I won't lie, but it's like normally people say, if I see it, I'll believe it, right? Is this you? Are you one of those people who will see it only if you believe it? No, if you see it, you will believe it, yeah. But I'm kind of a person, if I believe it, I will see it. So that's the shift in the perspective that needs to happen, okay? So I know that's challenging, trust me, I know, but that's why we need to stay in the present moment without freaking out and moving into all of the questions like, what if this happens, what if that happens, what if that, and like going through all the scenarios in your mind is not helping because you're draining your energy, you're out of alignment, and you like you're gonna manifest more problems in that way. So it's really not helping you. If you're thinking about the past, like what happened, what could have been, what you could have done, like again, not helping. Bring your attention to the present moment and clear that resistance. Tapping. I don't think we're gonna be able to do, I'm sorry, I'm riffing a lot, but like I hope that I'm gonna definitely share the link below. It's just free tapping that you can and you can join the workshop. We'll definitely dive deeper into it, so I'm gonna leave it at that because that will be the perfect time for you to check it out. But I invite you to also do your own research, and if you have other tools, feel free to do so. I like doing breath work. Usually very powerful breath work like Bhastrika Pranayama. Check it out, Google it. It's really nice. Or those of you, maybe, I know some of you are in the art of living, so Sudarshan Kriya is really nice. Yogic techniques mostly, but more powerful breath work. Honestly, even, the Wim Hof method, I feel like the cool water and his breathing, really cool as well. Meditation, and also definitely practicing mindfulness. And I mean, okay, if you don't like to meditate, you don't have to meditate. I just invite you to sit still and just be present without going into the future, which doesn't exist, or into the past, which also doesn't exist. Be in the now, because only that way you can control your own frequency, your own vibration, and decide what happens next, because you can then redirect your energy and shift things around. Okay, it's also important to kind of remove that resistance, and that's, of course, it is challenging. That's why I'm inviting you to try to see beyond your current reality. What if, let's play a game. Write down, what if I get amazing clients today? What if everything works out and my business is actually thriving? What if I become a millionaire in a year? What if I have vibrant health and I get completely healed? What if, my family members are all well and we have an amazing Christmas? What if 2021 is actually amazing? Like, let's try to shift things around. It's all about your perspective. So if you're able to change your mind and see things differently, and just be open to seeing things differently, your energy will change and you will be more open. Then we're moving into surrender, right? So you're defining your problem, you're defining your miracle, you're noticing, okay, where do I feel resistance? How can I clear it? What could be different? And then we're shifting into trust and surrender, and maybe just things could work out. Just maybe we can see things differently. I will give you a personal example, okay? In Paris, those of you who live in Paris or have ever lived in Paris will know this. Getting an apartment with a contract in your name is very challenging. Very, very challenging. It's like a mission impossible, pretty much. And I have so many examples where I manifested it like that. You know why? Because people were telling me constantly, it's hard to get an apartment in Paris. You need this, you need that. It's a challenge. It's like impossible. It's like mission impossible. And what I did, I said like, okay, that's your opinion. Here's what I believe. I believe it's easy. I believe that I don't have competition, because usually you have like hundreds of people for like one apartment, and then maybe they will choose you. It's crazy. It's really crazy. I've never seen that anywhere else. And third, I'm the first and only choice. Every single time. I've manifested, I think, like 5 apartments like that. It's like people they were like, you're lucky. Yeah, I'm lucky. Really? 5 times? 5 times. I'm lucky that I've manifested an apartment under my conditions and my own design and the way I want it 5 times. honey, it's not luck, it's energy alignment. Like, I know what I'm doing. Okay, so it was like I know my energy and how I can redirect it to manifest the impossible. Okay, so that's what I'm teaching these days in the workshop that I'm inviting you to. I'm also doing a really amazing challenge to manifest miracles. So if you need some miraculous energy and would like to clear some of the resistance, I invite you, join me and check it out. We're going to go through like a lot of techniques that I mentioned already and more, and it's going to be super fun. And I really want to kind of help you shift this energy around, you know, because it really doesn't have to be all dark, all heavy, all struggle. Like, it's only a subconscious pattern that we can totally shift things around. It just takes a daily practice. That's why I'm doing a challenge, because I mean, I love challenges personally because it really takes a while for things to shift. So yeah, you kind of have to get the ball rolling, you know, but it is possible. You can definitely change the energy around very quickly. And as I said, like on my page, one of the things that I mentioned is like anything can change in a day. Literally, I've manifested miracles overnight. Literally, when I was desperate, when I was like out of, you know, I don't want to say homeless, but kind of without a home, like sleeping on people's couches and like not knowing where I'm gonna be tomorrow. And I've actually managed to manifest incredible stuff without really putting too much effort, just by changing my energy and deciding and like being in the energy of surrender and trust, which is a challenge. That's a spiritual practice, you know, so it takes a moment, but it really is a practice. When you practice it, it really gets easier with time, and then you can really see some shifts. It's amazing. It's actually quite incredible. And yeah, and these days, I mean, I feel really blessed that I can, you know, live in Paris in a really lovely neighborhood, and yeah, it's pretty cool. So I invite you to join me for the workshop. I would like to share more about this, and so if this resonates, if this helps you, please give it a thumbs up and let me know what your miracle is in the comments below, and I would gladly send you some loving support. I will boost your energy so you can see it happen. All you have to do in that moment is be open for receiving and have a little faith, like just a little faith to make it happen. So that's kind of in short. I wanted to keep it brief, and yeah, I hope you see your miracle as soon as possible, and I'm wishing you an amazing weekend. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll talk to you guys soon.